Hey everyone, it's me Ollie from Retaliate, and today I'm going to be doing a brand new Fortnite glitch compilation for you guys for Fortnite Chapter 2. Now if you guys aren't aware, I haven't done many glitch compilations this season, and that's because I've actually been waiting for the end of the season. Now we've probably got about a month left of Fortnite Chapter 2, if that, so I'm going to be showing you guys a lot of glitches over these next few weeks. So if this video does get a lot of support, I will do a lot more glitch compilations in the future, and I'm going to be uploading almost every single day if you guys do give this video a lot of support. So if this video does get a lot of likes and it gets recommended to a lot more people, then I definitely will do a lot more of these videos in the future. And if you guys are brand new here, make sure you definitely do subscribe to the channel, because whenever a brand new Fortnite glitch gets released, we will try and upload it before anyone else. So if you guys do want to keep up to date with the latest Fortnite glitches, there's no reason not to subscribe. Anyway, I'd like to thank everyone for the amazing support recently, and a huge shout out to everyone that always does like the videos, because that is the only thing that gets the videos recommended. Anyway, we're going to get straight into this glitch compilation. So this first glitch actually hasn't been seen yet on YouTube, and basically what it allows you to do is actually get holographic characters in Fortnite. So if you guys have ever seen, if you're in a game with someone and they're actually in the game and you're still in the screen here, you will see that their character will appear holographic. Now obviously they're in a game and you can't actually emote and stuff, but there's actually a way to make your character holographic when you're not actually in a game, and I'm pretty sure this glitch only works on PC, and it does require you to get a replay file, and it's a glitch replay file, so I will link it in the description for you guys, and a huge shout out to the founder of this. And all you're going to do is go to replays, and you can see that I will have it in my replays folder. Now if you don't actually have it in your replays folder yet, just open the replays folder and drag it in. Again, there will be a download for it, and I'm pretty sure there's no way for console players to do this. So if I scroll down, you will see eventually I will actually find one that's the modded one, and it's this one here that says hologram. So all we're going to do is we're going to press into play. Now the first time we do this, we're going to be in a loading screen like this, and it's just going to boot us straight back to the lobby. Now it's not going to do anything, and then we're going to do it a second time. Sometimes we won't have to do it a second time, but when we do, you will see that the character will appear holographic. So we're just going to wait a few seconds. You can see it says network connection, and we're just going to press into continue. Now if we go back again and we do it one more time, you should see that once we finish, it will be holographic. We're just going to load it up again, and you can see now we've pressed into play. When we go back now, you're going to see that our character is actually holographic. Now this looks really sick. It isn't really that helpful, but it's kind of cool, and you can see that you can do emotes and stuff. And if you are with your friend can also see you as holographic, so you may actually want to confuse your friend and pretend you're in a match, and then out of nowhere you can just start dancing or something. So feel free to use this however you like, and that is it for that glitch, and let's move straight into the next one. So I'm pretty sure this is another glitch that no one's actually seen yet, and this is actually really sick, and basically what it allows you to do is use any gun inside of the boats. So if you guys do go inside of the boats, you can see that the only thing you can use is a missile. Now a little workaround for this is to actually get whatever item you want, so you can literally get the infinity blade and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure, but I'm actually just going to use this. So I'm going to get this, and once you got the weapon that you want, we're just going to go to devices, and we're going to get the timers. So here we go, we got the timers, and we're just going to add them all to a chest. So you want to add 15 of them to a chest. Now a lot of you guys have probably done this before with other glitches, but all we're going to do is we're going to put down loads of chests. So we're going to put down about 20 of them, and then once we do that, we're going to open them until our inventory is full. So I'm just going to put this down for a few seconds. You gave me lag a bit. So here we go guys, you can see it's completely full now, and if we actually swap to our gun now and we enter the boat, you are going to see that for some reason we can actually use the gun that we have inside of our inventory. Now that's kind of funny, and it also messes up the FOV, which is really weird, but you can see that we can actually shoot rockets like that, and for some reason with this one you can't actually reload, so you will actually have to get out to reload it. But if we do enter again, you can actually drive around and you can just shoot this rocket. So it's actually kind of sick that you can do this. And if you don't want to spot the weapon, all you're going to do is you're going to exit the boat, you're going to just drop this out of your inventory, and then we can get another weapon. So we could literally use the infinity blade of this, so I'm just going to get the infinity blade. So I'm actually going to leave this area because it's so laggy, but you guys can experiment with this, and you can actually use stuff like the scar. Now obviously this only works in creative, but it's still a cool glitch to show to your friends. Anyway, I thought you guys would find that cool, and let's get straight into the next one. So most of you guys are probably aware by now that they did actually add spear guns to the game. Now for some reason they didn't actually tell anyone about it, they just released it out of nowhere, and unfortunately you couldn't get it in creative. If you do go inside of the inventory, you will see that it's nowhere to be seen, which is really weird, and I don't know why they've done that, but there is actually a way to get in your creative islands, and you guys can see here that we do have it. Now one way is actually by going to the main island and getting them from the barrels, and another way of doing it is just by doing it in your island, and to do that you just want to go to devices, and we're going to get the chest prefab. And if you guys don't know which one that is, it's this one here. So we're just going to throw it down, and all we're going to do is we're going to copy this one tons of times. So we're going to get our phone out, and we're just going to copy this until we get one. So I'm just going to paste a few of them down. Sometimes you will get it straight away, other times it may take a while, so you just have to keep on opening them until you find one. So hopefully that will be enough, and you're going to see if we open it, we should be able to find one eventually. So I'm just going to keep on opening them until I find one. So here we go, you can actually see that we did actually get one here. So we're just going to pick it up, and we can actually use it and stuff. For some reason it says we have unlimited ammo, but we do only have 10 ammo, so make sure you don't waste it because you will actually lose the ammo. And all we're going to do once we got it is put it on one of these if you do want to save it. So if you do want to get it saved forever, all we're going to do is we're going to drop it in here, and you're going to see that it will actually save. So there we go, we do have it now forever. And whenever you want to use it again, you can just load into a game, and you can just drop it outside of the map and then drag it back in if you guys know how to do that. Anyway, I thought you guys would find that useful in case you just wanted to mess around with the spear gun instead of creative, and that's basically it for that glitch. Anyway, let's get get straight into the next one. So I'm now going to be showing you guys an old glitch that actually still works, and this has been out for ages now, and basically what it allows you to do is make your character appear upside down to everyone. So you will be able to see it as well, and you can literally walk around upside down, and you can go into your own island and you can still build on stuff. It's really weird, and this was found by Jugger a while ago, so huge shout out to Jugger. And for some reason this island does still work and everything, so I'll show you guys how to do it right now. And all we're going to do is we're going to load into this, and once we load it in, you can see that we're sideways. Now don't worry about that. All we're going to do is we're going to go over here, and what I'd recommend you guys doing is changing the start game button to something else. So you can change this in the keybinds, and you probably will have to change it if you want this to work. So mine's actually the bracket. It does say that it is E, but it is a bracket, so if I don't want to start the game, you're just going to press the bracket. Now we don't want to start the game. All we're going to do is we're going to tap onto this, and when we try picking up the infinity blade, you will see that it will make our character glitch out. So I don't know why it's not actually happening this time, and you can see it did just work that time. So once this happens, all we're going to do is we're going to press into back to hub. It may take a few attempts. You did see that it didn't work first time for me, but now it has actually worked, and we can walk around upside down. So it's really weird. So if you guys do want to mess around with this, you can. And I'm just going to go back to my island now to show that it does actually work. So here we go. We're actually skydiving upside down, which looks really weird, and everything is just completely messed up. So the OGs to the channel have probably seen this glitch a lot of times in the past, but I thought I'd show all of the new subscribers. So if you guys haven't seen this before, it's actually really fun to mess about with. So if you do actually use the infinity blade, it will reset it. Also using a vehicle will reset it as well. So if you do want it to go back to normal, and I'm pretty sure respawning also fixes it as well. So it's not like it's going to stay the entire game. You can get rid of it if you want to, and it's just a funny glitch to show your friends. And let's get straight into the next one. So this next glitch is one that I found the other day. It's not that helpful, but it's kind of weird, and I actually don't understand why it happens, but you're going to see if we go to the description here, we do actually have an experimental feature. Now whenever they add something like an experimental feature, you guys obviously know it's probably really glitchy. Now sometimes this freezes when you open it, other times it will just bug out and it just won't work. If we actually press into set photo, and we also press onto the inventory button at the same time, so I'm going to press into tab, you're going to see what will happen. So we're going to press it both at the same time, and now it's glitched out, and we can actually go inside of our creative inventory, and we can get something like the infinity blade. And once we get this, you can see that we can move around with the infinity blade and stuff, and our character is just completely bugged. So it is holding the infinity blade. And something else that's really weird, you can also go to the creative hub, which is obviously glitchy, and you're not supposed to be able to do this. And once you do this, you can't actually jump on stuff. There's also a lot more glitches with this as well. So instead of it being on your actual island, you can take it wherever you want. So this is like two glitches in one. If you wanted to get it off this creative hub, we'll just press into E, and there we go, it teleports us back, and that image should have actually saved. So it's really weird, this glitch. I don't understand it. It is really bugged, and maybe you guys will be able to exploit it and find something good with it. Anyway, that's it for that glitch, and let's get straight into the next one. So if you guys haven't seen my videos before, you may not actually be aware that I did actually find a way to get the mythic goldfish inside of creative. Now we were the first people to post about this, and I'm going to be showing you guys how you can do it in this video right now. So all you want to do is you want to put down an infinity blade like this, so you know where your island is, and I also recommend pinging the island so you can find it later on. And you are going to see over here we do actually have the mythic goldfishes, and we can throw them around later on. So all we're going to do for this glitch is return to the hub, and you want to go to the first rift over here. Now all you're going to do is enter in the island code that's in the description. It will be the most updated one, and once it's loaded, we're just going to enter the island. So once they're inside of the island, all we're going to do is we're going to start the game. Now once the game started, it's literally as simple as just building a cone and standing in it. So we're just going to build the cone like this and stand in it, and we're going to respawn. And what should happen is we should spawn above the island, and here we go, it's actually worked. Now a lot of you guys have been saying that this glitch doesn't work because it's completely blacked out. Now it does actually work. The whole reason it's blacked out is because it's a bug with Epic Games at the moment. So Epic Games did actually mention this bug on Twitter. They said that they're working on a fix for it. So it may be difficult for you guys to actually find your own island. And what I'd highly recommend you doing is heading to where this lighthouse is. And once you head into the lighthouse, you will see that we will get next to these power plants. Now once we get next to the power plant, we're going to stand around this location, and you will see there's a little weird object here. Now we're going to head in around this direction, so just copy what I do, and if we head forwards now, we should actually be able to find our island. Now because you may not actually see your island, I'd also recommend just throwing these in case you do actually pass your island, because if you do pass it, it will make you lose all of the items. So here we go, we can actually see our island here. Everything's starting to spawn in, and all we're going to do is we're going to throw these items into our island. So don't actually pass that orange barrier because you will lose the items. And you can see here it's actually bugged, so for some reason my barrier is actually bugged at the moment. But once you put them in the water here, we're also going to head to the top of the island, and this is just to make sure that everything's definitely working. So we're just going to go to the top, and we're going to fly over, and we're going to throw them over like this. Now you can see that they will actually spawn, and because they've actually landed in our island, we don't have to go to the water and go and get them. Sometimes the barriers will glitch like that, so you will have to do that for it to work. But you can see if we go and pick these up now, we can actually use them. So here we go guys, we do have them on our island now, and we can throw down as many as we want, and they will just duplicate. And let's get straight into the next one. So there hasn't actually been that many new glitches for public games, however there's actually one that's really helpful. And if you actually go to this power plant, you will see in one of these buildings over here, we can actually crouch inside of these. So you can see if we go over here, we can actually crouch inside of it, meaning that we can shoot people and we can hide. So I am actually going to spawn in a gun quickly, and again this does work in public games, and you guys are going to see that we can shoot around and no one else will be able to see us. So if you do get in the correct position, literally no one will be able to see you, and you can turn around and you can shoot at them. Also, if you try aiming, sometimes it won't work, so I'd recommend just shooting normally. So someone might be in this room and you might just want to open the chest and confuse them, and then you can just jump out and you can kill them. Anyway, I thought some of you guys may not know about this, and let's get straight into the next one. So as most of you guys are aware, they do have these item spawners in game, and unfortunately you can't actually pick them up once you're in edit mode. So as you guys know, we do have our phone now and we can't actually pick these up. Now that means we have to load into a game, put them outside of our barrier, and then exit the game and everything at the right time. Now I actually did find a way to just pick it up whenever you want from your island, and it's really easy to do. It can take a few attempts though, it's really inconsistent, and I don't know why it happens, but you do need to use these item spawners here. So it's these circular ones, and all we're going to do is we're going to start the game, and once it's started we're just going to end it straight away. So here we go, it's starting, and the second it starts we're just going to press it onto end game, and once this happens you may have to wait a few seconds, but you should get this victory screen. Now all we're going to do is press into return to island, and we're going to go back to the hub. And again, this can take a few attempts, but it does still work because I have tested it recently. And we're going to head back to our island in a second, so maybe just give it a few seconds so it doesn't actually kill you, because sometimes it will kill you once you enter. So I'm going to enter now, and you should see that if we've done everything correctly, it will actually spawn the items above the item spawner. And it actually has worked this time, so sometimes it does work, sometimes it doesn't. You can see for this one it hasn't actually worked. I don't know why this happens, but you can see it has worked for this one. And the second we pick it up, it will respawn again, so there we go, and we can pick up as many as we want. Now you can see it didn't work with this on here, and that's what I mean by this glitch is really inconsistent. With some spawners it does actually do the glitch, with other ones it doesn't. And you can see that it has actually worked over here as well, so we can pick up this spiky stadium if we want, and we can pick up some other items as well. Anyway, that's it for that glitch, and let's get straight into the next one. So you guys may be aware that when Fortnite Chapter 2 came out, they did vault a lot of items, and when I say that, I literally mean almost every single item in the game they did actually vault. Now a lot of these items don't work with the Fortnite Chapter 2 map, and I will show you some examples of this right now. If we try and get something like the quad launcher, it will completely glitch out. So I'm going to get a quad launcher. You can see that the missile just stays there in the water, so it's completely broken, it makes no sense, and we can shoot as many of these as we want. So you can see that all of these just freeze in midair, and they just explode after a few seconds, and I thought you guys may find that funny to show your friends. Anyway, let's get straight into the next one. Now in creative, there's many ways to make floating builds, but one method that did come out recently is actually with the new phone settings. So you can see if we build a little platform like this, and we then get our phone and make a selection, we can put this in one of the slots. So all we're going to do is we're going to put it in slot 1, and for some reason if you try pasting it, it will actually spawn in the sky sometimes. So it may take a few attempts and it is really buggy, but you can see if you try pasting it tons of times, it will just place in the sky sometimes. So here we go guys, you can see that I do have floating builds here, and you literally just want to spam paste. So we're going to swap to the phone and paste, and you can see it's literally as simple as that. And now we do have floating builds that you can actually build on sometimes. So you can see that we can actually expand on this build as well, which is really weird. Anyway, that was the final glitch. So there we go guys, that was all for glitches. I hope you did enjoy this compilation, and I'm sorry if this video wasn't as entertaining as usual. I am actually really tired today, and I have barely any energy whatsoever. So in the future, I am going to be doing a lot more compilations if this video does get a lot of support, but I will make sure that they're a lot more entertaining like how they used to be. So again, I am sorry if I sound like I have no energy whatsoever, it's because I don't. And also I'd really appreciate you guys liking the video, because it helps out so much more than you think. If you don't like the video, it doesn't get recommended whatsoever. So the reason you always hear people begging for likes, because liking the video literally promotes it like crazy. Without liking it, you literally get no views whatsoever. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys just do that for me. Anyway, if you guys are new here, make sure you definitely do subscribe so you don't miss out on future Fortnite glitches, because we do try to cover a lot of Fortnite glitches almost every single day. Also make sure you guys do join my Discord server. There's some brand new ways to get some exclusive roles, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
I might just go psycho. Too many drunk white hoes. Said I won't, but I might though. Walking on a tightrope. Might do it just in spite though. Backwards got my eyes low. I might just go psycho. Backwards have my eyes low. Spend my money when my time goes. I got none else like those. Focus on my cash flow and light and feel like oh show.